I'm Grace Joseph, and you're onto the Gracia Memoir session. While we are all bent on what BTC is doing in the near term, has anyone wondered what the current region on the monthly chart is? Is it a distribution zone in a major uptrend or a pause in trend before its resumption? If it's a distribution zone, there is a high potential for price to retrace the same distance it traveled upwards. Whereas if it's a continuation pattern, then the best of the bull market is yet to come. I'm Grace Joseph, and this is the Gracia Memoir session. Recall from last week's memoir session that our current zone is around fan line 3. Further inspection of the zone also reveals price is trading around a channel's resistance. The breach of the trend line in either case could trigger a change in trend, but don't get carried away because it might not be a reversal into an uptrend, but a sideways trend, which is often the case after a deep retracement. So a sideways movement might end up forming a reversal or continuation pattern. A good way to tell which direction we will likely break out is to study the volume pattern within the said consolidation to know which move has heavier volume. If volume rises when price falls but dwindles when price rises, it means we will likely have a breakdown. But if volume declines when price falls and increases when prices rise, you know where we are headed. That's a significant distance to the top. One thing we know for sure is that a breakout in either direction will be explosive, since those caught on the wrong side will try to cover their losses. Their action will only help to propel price further in the breakout direction. My attention has also been drawn to the diagonal head and shoulders pattern on BTC's daily chart. It took almost 5 weeks for price to breach that pattern's neckline, and that being so, it won't come as a surprise if we have a price rebound at this strong zone. What's interesting to note is that the zone houses the 46k and 47k price levels, which also serve as a key resistance on the monthly time frame. Thus, there is going to be a lot of selling pressure to contend with around this area. We are already seeing a shooting star formation as price consolidates around the region. These aside, one also has to stop and think if we've just completed impulse wave A, which has 5 waves of lesser degree. If that's the case, it's possible this is corrective wave B with 3 waves of lesser degree A, B, and C. That will be confirmed if price fails to breach the previous lower high, which coincides with B's third wave C. Here's what I'm getting at. We might see Bitcoin trade between 50k and 51k weeks from now in alignment to wave B before a final drop to 28k in accordance with wave C. What's more, if there's any retrace, price needs not close below the middle channel at 39k and 50k may be in works. Contrastingly, there are bullish signals on our chart starting from a confirmed morning star on the weekly. The EMA 50 is also supporting price on the daily, which is the first time it has happened since this downtrend began. One can quickly see how the length of the corrective move has become longer, which wasn't the case before. A short impulse move will confirm that the trend is changing too. For that short corrective move to be in place, price needs to bounce off fan line 3 and then advance to the 50k and 51k zone. That'll be all for now until next week on another session on Gracia's Memoir. I'm Grace Joseph, and you're onto the Gracia Memoir session.